Hey everybody, Life's Journey at 50 here. So 1300 GSA Adventure came out, or at least they showed it. And as you guys could tell by my thumbnail, opinions are like, you know what, everybody has one. So opinions. You probably have seen a lot of people already discuss this. Ian from Big Rock Moto had a nice quick review on it. The Missing Flyer had one as well. First comments, like everybody says, I mean, it ranges from everybody loves it to hates it. I think more despise it than they like it. You've had toaster, side, for the tank, or they had panniers, the metal panniers as the tank. They've called it a robo thing. The Lego, there's a GS Lego set that you can get that looks more Lego-ish. All kinds of comments have been, just about how basically the ergonomics are ugly. I guess over the last probably 48 hours, it's kind of grown on me a little bit, but I wouldn't say that I think it's any revolutionary. Yeah, is it going to have the tech, all that stuff? Absolutely. Still don't know. I believe that you can get the option with the clutch, but right now they're going to go to the automatic shift assistance, which I'm baffled by, because Ian made a great point in his video, if you guys watched it, was just about how, where did all these motorcycle riders want automatic shift assistance? Like, that's so bizarre. I know, the Africa Twin. People say they love the DCT, but I have to tell you, the numerous training events that I've been in, like serious off-road stuff, I'm not talking gravel road, I've seen everybody with the DCT struggle to ride that bike off-road. Did BMW really make this for off-road? But let's face it, I've been obviously riding for almost 4 years now, 3.5 years. My 21 GSA's got 54,000 miles on it. My 23 GS has 2,500 miles on it. And this bike is more it's my off-road bike now, versus what Cap was doing the last couple of years. Cap's more my long distance and BDR bike. So, but what I will say is 85% or more of the BMW GS owners don't ride off-road. So this bike is probably perfect for them. They get longer gas mileage. It looks like a tank. They feel like it's an adventure bike, blah, blah, blah. And the other thing, let's face it, if you're over 40, 45, 50 years old, chances are that this is kind of your second thing that you're doing in life. Your kids are growing up, they're off to college or done with school, whatever. And now you're looking for your next thing, life changes and you get into this quote unquote, the adventure stuff, and you go out and hit some tarmac, hit some Starbucks, and think you're doing adventure riding. And no knock on that. If that's what you want to do, that's great. But at least for me, what I've got into actually riding off-road with these big bikes, is I need the clutch. And like, it's heavier, like it's 2 pounds heavier than my GSA here. And I don't understand, kind of, you go through all that to make it look so boxy, and I mean, really made it look like a Rhino. And so for me, I'm not grasping what BMW has done with the 1300 model. I really haven't. I feel that the new 1300 GS, nice machine. I rode it. I did a review on it. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link for the description. But yeah, is it nice upgrades? Of course, they're going to be nice upgrades. It should be. They've invested in doing that, but it made it more of a street bike, and that's what they've done to this. They've made it more of a touring bike. I mean, it's kind of like an adventure Goldwing, if you ask me. And is that the purpose of it? But again, I've been to the MOA deals. I've had my bike sunk in mud and stuff, and then I go riding around, and I have to tell you, GS owners, I mean, they think it's the worst thing in the world is to put this bike in any mud, anything outside of a gravel road. And again, most of them don't ever ride it. The most they might ride it is to a cabin into a state park that has some gravel roads. And they've never taken it in mud. They've never taken it off-road, heavy stuff that I've done and some others have done. So I think you've got two different viewpoints here. You got the folks that really truly ride the GS off-road that are like, what the heck's going on? because it seems like they're just getting away from the spirit of the GS, the true spirit of the GS. And then you've got the folks that never touch dirt roads. I mean, I think for those folks that will never see more than a gravel road, fire road, or whatever, yeah, it's a great bike. You feel like you're like Ewan and Charlie going. I'm hoping that there's some options to have a clutch, those type of things. But like I said, the looks of it's grown on me over the last 48 hours. I'm not completely sold on it still. I think there is just head scratching going on about the design of these bikes. Ian made a great point on, like, it just seems like BMW is trying to force you into buying their panniers or their gear for the bike, because the back rack really doesn't look like it has attachments to put on like Moscow or Lone Rider or whatever you ride with. That seems odd. It just, I don't know, the aesthetics of it, it's going to be interesting to see how these bikes do. Now, people will buy them, don't get me wrong. Cap's been fantastic. I don't foresee me getting one. My drive shaft's going to be replaced here. I've got a long distance trip doing Colorado, New Mexico, BDR, and it'll have over probably almost close to 60,000 miles on it in 3.5 years. And they're going to replace the drive shaft. So I have a brand new drive shaft in this thing, and I've kept the service up. And, you know, what do I need that thing for? And then I've got this one here. So again, opinions are like, you know what, everybody has one. So again, that was my perspective on this, is that it's funny to read the comments, watch some of the free videos and stuff that just came out on it, and love it or hate it, that's up to you. It always has been. Again, there is no unicorn bike, there is no perfect bike. Some people, you know, again, and it's going to be expensive, folks. It's probably going to be north of 30,000 by the time you get everything on it that you want. They'll probably come out with a base model, probably 27, 28,000. And then from there, I mean, it just goes straight through the roof when you start adding stuff. So when you start getting over 30, 33, I mean, I think Ian said his GS was 30-some thousand out the door. So you tack on probably another 2,000 to 4,000 on top of that. So you're looking at almost $35,000 for a bike. So yeah, it's an adventure Goldwing. And I don't know. It's peculiar to me. So anyways, hit the like, subscribe, notification button. If you want to see GS's really ridden off-road, I mean, you know, subscribe and you guys will see that. Obviously, I put some videos in here of me doing that stuff. But yeah, it was a real head scratcher yesterday on just the design features and and again, great tech. I'm sure it's going to be nice to ride, don't get me wrong, but man, ergonomics, looks, it's baffling to me. But anyways, I'm sticking with what I got, my 2123. I'm sure I'll probably ride a demo in the spring whenever they finally get out and about. We all have our opinions. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.